Hello and welcome to another video review. This is the Transformers Siege War for Cybertron trilogy thing. It's the later class Shockwave, and of course some people would object to the leader class thing, but whatever. We're not here to discuss that quite yet. You can see he is a purple space cruisy thing, and he comes in this box. It's just a good old wedge shape that they've been doing before. For everything now. Shockwave there, the logos, all that stuff. Nice pocket packaging. You got a really nice artwork on the side here, and once again, there's the blacklight thing. You might be able to catch the shine of it off the light, but yeah, there's a blacklight thing right about here. See Decepticon logo and stuff on the top. Copyrights and whatnot on the bottom. Barcode. More of that artwork. Good old artwork here with the arc launching, and then hey, look, there's Shockwave. Various things you can do, and you can buy also Ultramagnus as well. WFC S14. Yeah, you got all that stuff. And of course, it's nice again that they have this up the top so you can, let's light it on the shelf and everything. Also comes with a big old instruction booklet. Very big and easy to read. It's really nice that they've kind of improved their instructions quite a lot since last few lines. So there's that. Anyway, Shockwave himself. You can see, yeah, he is, a big old purple space cruiser thing, it looks like. At least that's what my guess is. To me, see, there's the bridge and everything. There, the guns and everything. Yeah, you can see a bunch of guns on him stuff. Yeah, I guess the implication, is he's supposed to be a big old space cruiser like this. And you got this, whatever that is. I guess a main cannon of sorts. In the back, you got a whole bunch of thrusters and whatnot. I wish these feet folded away, but yeah, I can see at the very least they molded this stuff in there so you can at least look like thrusters. Yeah, I still wish they kind of fold away. It just kind of looks too obvious, like they're just feet hanging out in the back. But yeah, it's pretty neat. This cruiser model, I actually really like how this looks. I like this with the guns and everything. I guess you could also untab these and have them pointing wherever you need them to. Yeah, it's just a neat little mode, and yeah, I just really like it. It's a really nice way to, I guess, update Shockwave so you don't have to, try to justify selling kids a toy gun. Another thing is he does have a Tamashii stage port here, but the problem is because these two fins, my Tamashii stage won't peg in because it hits the fins and they block it up. So theoretically he has a Tamashii stage port, but doesn't seem to actually work, which is a bummer. He does have landing gear, though. There's this one bit of landing gear, and these are the back landing gear. They don't move at all. But yeah, you got this landing gear right here, which can fold up like that, and also be pegged into if you need to. But yeah, I genuinely like how he looks like this. I think it looks pretty neat. Just kind of, you can just kind of whoosh around and stuff. I genuinely like it. And also you got the hose, but that's a little silly, but I don't care that much. You got to, of course, be a smaller version. You just, peel those off, put them off to the side, untab these pieces and untab the gun pieces here, untab all that, and you have a much smaller space cruiser thing. At least ostensibly, it's noticeably smaller, and also kind of looks familiar. I mean, very familiar, a certain old purple Astro gun of sorts. Only thing is, if you're trying to use it as a gun, that handle's pretty small. So you can still kind of hold it, but yeah, it's going to be small and it's not going to work the greatest, but it does work. So you got that. But yeah, it's kind of nice they still try to do that, but I think honestly because of that smaller handle, it does look better like this. It's just how it is. They just got to get with the times, man. But a transformation, though, pretty simple. Unpeg that from the side. Untab this from the front, from there. Separate these apart. Separate the legs down here apart. And then pull them out. They're kind of a sideways version like the Combiner Wars. A lot of Combiner Wars joints. Fold this down and collapse it in. And there is a tab here which go into a slot there. So, same on this side. Collapse it all down. Sensibly, if it all lines up. And then rotate them at the thigh, like that. And the legs are ready to go. Move this up a little bit. Now up here, want to open this up like this. Move that all the way. Move the arms down. Then up here, you want to close that back up. Okay, yeah, probably did it off camera, but yeah, you have to. Arms are in there. You have to open this up and then close it back up, and then you just collapse it back down the back. And there's these tabs here. Will go into these slots here. Now it's of course all off screen. I'm good at paying attention. Yeah, you collapse it down, and these tabs here will go into these slots here, like so. You got a backpack. You take this bit right here. There's a hole on the back of his arm, or you can put it in the side of the arm, whatever. But it's supposed to go in the back like that. And you open the chest, pull the head out, and these tabs will go into the slots in the back of the cavity, and you have Shockwave. Here's the thing. A lot of people are upset about the Shockwave because he's clearly not leader size. He's actually quite small. In fact, he's more or less Voyager size, and I don't have... Unfortunately, I do not have any of the Siege Voyagers right now, except for it because, well, I'm still waiting on the Chosen Prime to get their order in for me. I'm not sure what the heck's taking so long. Here's a G1 Hot Rod, just to give you an idea, I guess. So yeah, he's not really much bigger than the Deluxe. He is like a Voyager size, and yeah, people are kind of upset that guy says, well, he costs $50 and he's a Voyager. And I get that. I mean, he comes with these extra parts, but for some people, they're not going to ever use those, and they're upset that, well, this guy will cost them $50 if they want a good Shockwave, because he is an actually good figure. The only thing is the price is going to put a lot of people off. I mean, heck, what's really cool thing is they put the light piping on the top of the head, so because they knew the backpack was going to be here. So like on this setup, like you can really see that's really blazing. Like, you can see that, and it's really nice because it is really good. You got the little, he doesn't have a lot of the battle damage stuff, except maybe like here scuffs on the feet and stuff. He's got the Decepticon logos on his arms. You know, just there's lots of stuff picked out in the sculpting. He's also got some of the little things for like the effect parts. He looks really nice, and he's got his backpack and everything. He looks like classic Shockwave, and he does scale. My understanding, he scales well with the Voyager Megatron, and that's the thing, is I think this is the downside of the consistent scale in the line, which is leader class figures are gonna sometimes be small. Or some figures are just going to be weird sizes, and it's just people are going to have to accept that. If they want scale, this is what you get. And because I have to have something in the leader price point. Yeah, I think honestly though, he's a good Shockwave. It's just for a lot of people, it's just going to be too expensive for them. I mean, he does have good articulation too. I mean, his head's on a really good ball joint, so he has a lot of movement there. His shoulders can move forward and back, no problem. Outward, there's an extra hinge there if you really need to have the arm go way up for some reason. This one's a little limited, but it's not difficult to just kind of move out of the way and possibly just plug in the backpack if you want. Just be careful with the hose a little bit. I understand some people have kind of stressed theirs a bit from trying to stretch it too far. Got a bicep swivel. He's got an elbow hinge, which goes just a little over 90 degrees, both sides. He does have a wrist swivel, which is nice. Both of them have wrist swivel. So yeah, you can do that, but that's this side is pointless, but he does have a wrist swivel. He's got a waist swivel, unhindered by the backpack, thankfully. That backpack gets right out of the way. He's got ratcheted hips. And then friction outwards. And again, the thigh swivel from the transformation. Got a knee, a ratcheted knee, which is about a 90-degree bend. You actually bend a little forward too if you needed to for whatever reason. And he's got a bit of ankle tilt. It's a little limited just because of the sculpt, but it doesn't have any forward or back, which I almost think they could have put this on a ball joint and it would have been, a little better. But again, he's got some ankle tilt, so you can get him in a nice A stance. Yeah, it is a good figure. It's just the thing is, for a lot of people, this is size at this size, it's not really worth it, and that some people are going to be upset about that. Yeah, that's the unfortunate that some people are going to pass this figure up just because of the price and versus size and whatnot. But there is some stuff you can do with these extra parts. First of which is this is not in the instructions for some reason, but you can do the make a sled. And first thing you want to do is take these pieces and slap them together, turn it upside down like this. Disassemble these pieces if there aren't already from you taking them off the spaceship, because they just come off together much easier. You can tab these together. There's a little tab right there, which goes in a slot there. That's all that's holding them together, other than these 2 pegs. There's 2 pegs right here, 2 peg holes. You can get, or multiple peg holes, but you want these outer ones. You get the idea. Kind of slot the guns in, like right there. And see, that's the thing, is they come apart real easily. So it might be easier to peg them into this thing first, then tab them together. Just slightly. So you want to take these fins and move them down. And then take these bits and these pegs right here, go in these holes right there. Now he's got a little sled mode thing. It's on the box, it's just on the instructions, but it's pretty easy to figure out. And ostensibly you can peg them on here like this, but it's kind of difficult to pose them just because there's not a whole lot of room really. So it can be a little difficult to pose and look good, but there you go. You can have a sled of sorts. It's kind of alright. But the other thing you can do, which is, this is I guess where the cost, I guess this is how they try to justify the cost, is you can disassemble this once again. You disassemble all this. The foot pieces, you want to move the fins up, and the fin goes on the outside, and this peg hole and this tab. This tab goes in the back here just to make sure the foot doesn't, it's nice to make sure the foot, doesn't spin around. But yeah, you tab that in right there, or peg it in. Peg this in on this side. Make sure you actually peg it in correctly. Peg those in. Now he's got little foot things. Take these, rotate them. See which side is it? I think it's this way. Yeah, it's this way. Rotate them like this so this arm can bend forward. And this one, you want to make sure that the lighter side with the pegs and the fin, that goes facing forward, and then you slip it over the shoulders, and it'll there's a peg here which goes into this peg hole right here on the shoulder. But you also have to move it past the this peg right here on the front of the shoulder. Same on this side. Big old shoulder armor. And finally, this piece right here, you take these gun pieces, collapse them in, open this up. You want to make sure the fins are facing backwards. There's fins right here on this piece. You want to make sure it's facing the back. And watch out for the hose as well. Kind of goes over top of his backpack, and once again, these peg holes right here will go into these pegs. These pegs right here will go in these peg holes. Like that. And then you can take these pieces and do whatever you want with them. I like to do it like this, a little bit. And there you have the armored up Shockwave. And yeah, he doesn't really get much taller. He gets like maybe half an inch taller because of those, and that's about it. So he's bulkier a little bit, but yeah, for a lot of people, this still isn't enough. He's still, even for a leader, he's still pretty. For a siege leader, he's still kind of small. So yeah, and I know a lot of people don't like this mode that much. I kind of dig it. It's kind of a little silly, but I don't mind so much. I kind of like this mode a bit. Like I do like this bigger shoulder pads. I do think the backpack thing's a little pointless, but the rest of it, like I like the shoulders and feet things. I do genuinely like that. I think those are actually kind of good looking. I do like the extra guns he has, gun arms he has here, and the guns on the feet and everything. I do kind of like it. And I guess he has guns here, but they're not really pointing anywhere useful. But I do like it as it is. I do like it, but the thing is, yeah, he is kind of overpriced for what you get. I will be honest. Even though I really enjoy Shockwave, I really do like this figure. I think at $50, he's kind of, for the general person, he is not going to be worth it. That's just unfortunate that he's kind of saddled with that thing, because it is a good toy. It's just a toy that probably, the problem is because Hasbro's so rigid about their price points, Because if they weren't, this would probably be like a $40, maybe $35, $40 toy, and I think that would be justified at that point. I think you could justify like $35, $40 for this guy, but $50 is really hard to swallow unless you're like a huge Shockwave fan. Like well, I like Shockwave a lot, so I do like this. It's just, it is admittedly very kind of small for what you're paying for it, at least at retail price. If you can get it cheap, if you're just kind of on the fence, I would say wait until he starts going on sale, because he's a Wave 1. He's a Wave 1 leader. I think he's coming out again in Wave 2 with the Cybertron Optimus. Or Galaxy Force, or whatever they're calling him. Yeah, so he's coming out. I think he's getting a re-release, so he's probably going to be flooding the market, which means he's going to probably go real cheap pretty soon. So if you are on the fence, just wait for that price drop. That's almost assuredly coming. Wait for him to drop to like $30 and then snap him up, because at $30 I think he's a definite no-brainer. But 50 is just only if you're a huge Shockwave fan and you think you're going to actually use these extra parts. If you're not going to use these extra parts, he's really not worth it, because that's where a large chunk of the cost goes, is just these extra parts. And if you just want the basic Shockwave, well, good luck. It's going to be hard to swallow that price. And that's an unfortunate thing. It's just kind of spendy for what you're getting. But otherwise, yeah, he does have pretty much all the same articulation in this mode as well. His feet his feet aren't even hindered because of because of the way it's designed. His feet aren't hindered at all by the new pads, and he does now have these extra arms, which can forward and back and outward swivel around, and they have multiple hinges, so you can do a lot with those as well if you want. But everything else is pretty much unhindered. He still has the same articulation. He has cutouts in the top for that, so all his articulation still works the way it's supposed to, so that's nice. So yeah, that's the thing, just kind of spendy for what you're getting, and it's unfortunate. But otherwise, yeah, he's solid. Just wait for, I think that's casual. I think anyone who's just not a hardcore Shockwave fan should definitely wait for a price drop. But yeah, that's it for my review. I hope you found it informative and entertaining. Hope you like, comment, subscribe, all that stuff. And all that nonsense that make us do. And I shall see you next time with another video review.